Alright everybody, what is up? What is up? As always, thanks for stopping by to another video today. As you can see, we are here with my 2019 Harley Davidson Sportster Iron 1200, and today I am excited to show you guys the new exhaust that we just got installed on the Sportster. If you guys saw my last video, you saw us unboxing this new exhaust from Gallop Motorcycles. This is the Thunder Struck 2-to-2 exhaust. So I'm going to give you guys a run through of the sound of the exhaust. So we're going to run through all the main stuff, idle, we'll do some revs, and then we will hop on the bike, try to give you a little bit of a sound, get that coming through the headset of the microphone here of while we're riding as well. But before we get started, if you guys have been tuning in for a while, as you know, I've been kind of doing a little bit of like minor changes to the Sportster here. If you guys have been tuning in, you probably saw that I used to have this bike set up for a little bit more cruising. We had the stock higher bars, we had the Memphis shades, cafe fairing here. Just really kind of started to strip a little bit of that stuff off and down. So what we have done so far is we dropped and lowered the bars, we removed the fairing, we took out the headlight bracket, we did a fender delete right here. We did a wire tuck and tank lift, and just removed a lot of other kind of like ugly plastic covers and parts and pieces stuck like that. But really now, one of the final pieces was I really wanted to throw a new exhaust on here to really kind of transform the look with this 2-to-2 exhaust from Gallop here. And one of the reasons that I really chose this exhaust was because I wanted to go as minimal as I possibly could. Really wanted to expose a lot of the back end here. Of course, the stock 2-to-2 comes down, covers a lot of that stuff up. So with the look, I really think I kind of achieved what I wanted to go with here. Really just kind of expose a lot of the frame, a lot of the back end of the bike. So I think it looks really cool. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the look so far. If you have any questions about this exhaust, also drop that down there. If you have any experience with it as well, make sure you let me know what your experience has been with any Gallop performance parts. So like I said, I feel like the look really kind of rounded out a little bit more of this stripped down bobber style look. Happy with the look, happy with the sound too. Really loud, gurgly, deep sound, deep rumble with this style pipe. So we're going to get to that in just a second. And just a few more quick things with this exhaust. I did go ahead and tune these with my Vance & Hines FP3 tuner. Have been having a little bit of trouble getting these things dialed in. We're getting a lot of snapping, popping, and backfire on deceleration. I will say idle and acceleration is really good. So also another question I have for you guys out there, I'll probably make a whole other video on that piece, but if you guys have any experience getting this style of pipe tuned with an FP3 to kind of get rid of some of that snap, crackle, pop, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. You'll see it a little bit when we hop out on the road of what I'm talking about. So if you guys have any insight or experience with that, certainly feel free to let me know. But I'll probably do a whole nother video of some of the steps and stuff that I've taken so far. Today, really just want to give you guys a look at the aesthetic with the pipes and the sound that we're going to get to right now. Alrighty guys, so we are on the bike now. I have the visor to my helmet up. Want to try to give as much access to the noise as I can. We are in first gear, so we're going to start to accelerate, give you guys a little bit of an idea of what this is going to sound like while you're riding. First gear. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. And then we'll just cruise along in third right here, coming around this bend. Alrighty, so just slowing it back down again to first gear, coming up this hill. We'll give it another pull. Second gear. Third gear. And then coming to a stop, of course, at this stop sign. Back in first gear, another pull around this hill. Fourth gear. Alrighty guys, back in first gear. I got the visor down now. Face was getting a little cold there, but hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of insight into what this is going to sound like as you're pulling through some of those gears, first, second, third, all the way up into fourth gear there. Now I'll give you a little idea, a little bit more of a congested traffic type area. First gear, second gear. Now you're going to hear a little bit of that popping and snapping that I was referring to. Happens mostly when I take it above 3,000 RPMs and then let it decelerate, some of that decel pop. Like I said, I'm going to have a follow-up video to that, but real quick, if anybody has any insights to getting some of that tuned out with a tuner or anything like that with a setup like this, drop it down in the comments and let me know. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it is a very, very loud exhaust. I've got my full face helmet on. Of course the visor's up now, but even when I'm riding with it with the visor down, this is very, very loud. Just one of the things to kind of take into consideration if you are interested in this exhaust. Very deep, very loud. Pretty much through all phases, idle, revving it at idle, pulling through all the gears, first, second, third. You're going to hear it again as we're moving through this traffic. So next up, I do just want to pull a little bit harder there, give you guys a little idea of that snap and crackle through this section. So I'm in first here. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit of that snap, crackle, pop so you can see what I was talking about. Yeah, there you go. That was first gear, just a little over 3,000 RPMs and then down into deceleration. But as far as the exhaust, as far as like looks and sound, I really like the look, really like the way it's kind of transformed the look. The sound is really good. It's super deep, super loud. I'm not going to be honest with you guys. It's so loud. Might be one of the loudest exhausts I've ever heard on a Sportster. If that's what you're going for, this could definitely be an option for you. Again, I just got to kind of work on getting it a little more dialed in with the tune. Maybe reduce some of that snap, crackle, pop and deceleration pop and all that stuff. But I do think that'll start to wrap this one up for now. Again, that was a look at the sound of the Gallop Motorcycles 2-2 Thunder Struck exhaust. Pretty happy with the look, pretty happy with the sound. Again, just got to work on getting some of that stuff dialed in. But of course, let me know what you guys think of the new look of the Sportster, the new sound of it. If you guys have any questions of anything we got going on with the bike or the exhaust specifically, of course, drop it down in the comments and let me know. I'll be happy to answer any of those questions. And again, definitely give me some of your insights to what you think of the sound and the look, or some of the tuning of this or anything like that. I would love to hear some of your feedback on the tuning aspect as well if you've got any experience. But that will go ahead and wrap this one up for now. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll talk a little bit more about the tuning aspect and my experience with that. But as always, if you like anything we got going on here, make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Make it a good one, guys. It's the Moto John. We'll see you all on down the road. Peace.